A question that's going to be racing a lot of not just Eagles fans, but NFL fans' minds this week is, should Saquon Barkley play against the New York Giants and try and rush for 101 rushing yards and break Eric Dickerson's all-time rushing record? Today, I'm going to give you my answer to that. Now, the short answer to this is very simple. Whatever Saquon and Coach Sirianni decide that they want to do, I am cool with it either way. Saquon has already made history and had one of the greatest running back seasons of all time, breaking the 2,000-yard mark. They very clearly wanted him to do that versus Dallas. As soon as he did it, he left the game. To me, that maybe points in the direction that he's not chasing Eric Dickerson's record. But maybe after this week and some evaluation, they decide that they want him to break the record. Whatever they come to, though, hey, Saquon, how important is this record to you? That'll be the question Coach Sirianni asks him. And if Saquon says, hey, this is very important, what they're going to do is get him out there, and in the first half, feed Saquon, feed Saquon, feed Saquon. Because he can torch the Giants' run D. The Giants' run D's been bad. Dexter Lawrence is out. Like, if he played this game, and he played his ass off, and the offensive line's out there, Jurgens, Dickerson, Mailata, Lane Johnson, Mekhi Becton, if those boys are out there, Saquon can get 101 yards versus the Giants. I promise you it's the case. If they want it, they can have it. How important is the record to you, Saquon? How important is it to not risk injury as we go into a playoff run, where we will have to play the following week? There's no bye week for the Eagles coming. They are locked into the 2 seed. They will be hosting either Green Bay or Washington. There's no doubt about it. How important is it to not risk injury? Because my guess is it may be Jalen Hurts plays like a set or two, because if they want to get him a little bit of action just because he's been out for the last 2 weeks before a playoff game. But I don't think we see the starters out there for more than a quarter if there was no record on the line. Now, maybe you play him a quarter and see what he can get done. And if he's at 70, 80 rushing yards, let him go for 20 in the next quarter. Can he break one off? It's up to them if they want to give him that opportunity. Now, if I'm the guy making the decision, if I'm Saquon Barkley or I'm Coach Sirianni, I got to be honest, I'm going for it. I'm going for it in the first half. And we'll see how close we are. But with how bad the Giants' run D has been, with the fact that some of those guys are boys with Saquon from his time there, and I don't think anybody's really going to be trying to hurt Saquon Barkley on that team, and the fact that, the opportunity is not only there, but is so possible. It's so possible that Saquon Barkley could break this record for Philly. Without a doubt. I would go for it. Obviously, if he got hurt, you are judged and cooked and ridiculed. No doubt about it. But if you break that record, especially if you're Saquon, my thing is, the beginning of his career, the numbers weren't Hall of Fame caliber. But with what he's going to be able to do in Philly, obviously what he's already done this year, but he's got 2 years left in there on the contract, and they'll probably bring him back if he's still, running backs fall off a cliff quickly, so you don't want to assume, but, he'll probably get another deal somewhere for sure. And if you set that all-time rushing record, and Saquon's been a stand-up guy his whole career, there's probably a gold jacket waiting for him, based off of just this season alone, as long as he still produces after this year. But you're usually not a 2,000-yard rusher or own the record and not in the Hall. That's what I'll say. I'd go for it. I'd give him the shot. I'm not saying play him all game. I'm not saying, just keep on going in the fourth quarter if he has 40 rushing yards and it's like, hopefully he could break one. No. But in a half of football, he did it versus the Giants last time. You want to keep these guys fresh for the playoffs anyways. Play him for a quarter. See where he ends up. Give him the opportunity to get there. Again, I stand on this. If Saquon and Coach Sirianni decide, 2,000 yards, that's good enough for me. I want to focus on the playoffs. I want to go win a Super Bowl, and I don't want to do anything possible to jeopardize that. That's cool. I get it, and I'll fully support it. But if it was me, I'd say, let's try and get you out there. Let's try and get this record. Let's see. It's not a good run defense team. Even in the loss last week, Jonathan Taylor was running up down in the field on them. The last time we played them, You ran up and down the field on them. You could have had 250 rushing yards the last game we played. This one, you only need 101. Let's see if we can get it done. That's where I stand on it. And maybe that's just the fan in me. But I would like to see Saquon Barkley break the rushing record. Because you don't know how the rest of the season plays out. Even if he's healthy, do we win the Super Bowl? I don't know. I hope so. We got the team to do it. I think we're in the top 5 contenders. You know, Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, us, and the Vikings. That's where I'm at. Those are the 5 teams that I think really could win the Super Bowl. And with the way Philly's been playing, you know, I think that it's a strong case to say, like, let's wait. Because I would say this, like, if he was on, like, the Buccaneers or the Broncos, who are just kind of going to squeak into the playoffs, I'd easily be going for the record. But Philly's got a real shot, and that's got to factor in. But for me, I'd let Saquon get a quarter, get a half, see where we're at. But Eagles fans, NFL fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Should Saquon Barkley try to break the single season rushing record this upcoming week versus the New York Giants? I appreciate your guys' support. As always, if you love the Eagles, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you next time. Peace.